My name's Mahalia, and I directed The End We Start From, which is a film about a great flood that hits London just as a woman has her first baby. And she finds herself journeying with the new child as the world shifts around her. It's quite an intimate story about hope, but also the pressures of that crisis. So, I read the book many years ago, and it really stuck with me. Megan Hunter's novel is beautiful. It's quite an intimate story, and it's so innovative in that it tells the story through this very particular lens of new motherhood, and it's rich. Alice then she just did this amazing adaptation that managed to kind of get the key parts of that story and keep its integrity, which I when I first read it, if I'm honest, I wondered if it was adaptable, but Alice managed it. And then to the screen again, for me, it was really important that we were honoured kind of the internal quality of Woman's story. Woman is played by Jodie Comer. In the book, none of the characters have names apart from the baby, and we kept that throughout the filming, which made it challenging. I'm not going to say, but there's something quite beautiful about that because actors could really find their own character through that, which I thought was really interesting. In the end, I think it was it was Leah Clark from Sunny March, but I'd always also met with Liza many moons ago with the novel, and and then I was given actually Alice's script later because I actually think I might have said I'm not sure if it's adaptable, and then they went, oh, yes, it is, and I was like, oh, great, good, this is beautiful. So Leah Clark, and then it was Rose Garnett from who was at the BBC at the time, got in touch with me about it, and I really wanted to make it, and I wrote this document that poured out of me, I think, because somehow from between the script and the book, it was in me somewhere, and I just, yeah, it felt very natural, like I knew it. It was hard to make in some ways because of the tone. The tone was so important, but in some level, in my gut, I knew it. Yeah, I think what I wanted to express was there is a journey you go on as a new mum. It's beautiful. It's you see the world in a wholly different way. Some of the time because you see the world through the baby's eyes, and I really wanted to bring that to the film. But there's also a shift of self. You lose part of yourself, or no, maybe it's not even lose. You change through having a kid, and sometimes that can be, I'm going to say, discombobulating, which maybe is like, but you have to kind of find yourself in a different way again, and this is the story of the film in many ways. It's women kind of becoming someone else for a bit and having to kind of find out who she is now. It was Jodie first. I'm pretty certain it was Jodie first, and I don't know how it happened really, but she loved it, and we met, and there was something so beautiful about her take on it that we both were talking about exactly the same thing, where we wanted there to be this sort of mixture of light and dark and the kind of navigation through. And I felt like she wanted the challenge, which was this. It's like so great. Especially, the thing about Jodie Comer is that she's probably the most courageous actor that I can think of. She after I met her, she went straight on stage and did a one-woman show, both in London and in Broadway. She's got this kind of innate courage, and she brought that to the film as well because it was a new territory for her. Because she isn't a mother, so she had to learn all of that and connect. So it was Jodie, and then we were looking for our R. Everyone has capital letters, and Joel Fry plays her partner, called R, in the film. And we did a test screening between just a play of a scene between Jodie and Joel. And at the end of it, me and Jodie looked at each other and were really pleased. I mean, I had worked with Joel before, and normally he's a comedy actor. And so I was, well, I don't want to say comedy actor, but has done more comedy ever than drama. And I think I kind of knew that within him he has this really interesting look on the world, and he has so many layers, and he's really instinctive. And I wondered, I didn't know if he'd be right, but I wondered if he would. And then that moment, with Jodie, we both knew, yeah, he's the one. It's great. And then Benedict basically really wanted to support us, and he helped. We had one character that just seemed completely right for him, and he came and he gave us this really moving moment. You know, Mark Strong as well. I think all my cast have been hugely supportive of the project and of me, and have given me quite a lot of trust, which is really beautiful. I think I want people to feel the film, you know, to carry it with them. I think I want them to look at the world as a whole and think about tomorrow as well as today. That sounds really airy-fairy, but I just want it to reside in people in some way, that there is hope and I want them to be moved.